Hi everyone, you might be wondering what on earth is in this massive fragile box. Stay tuned and find out. So what this is in this box is a new dock board for our Sven Hedin campervan. Now we have the original Westfalia dock board. It's made of wood and it's okay, but it's quite heavy and it slides around a bit in the base, which always makes me worry that at some point it's going to slide into the side of a shower tray and crack it somewhere if we're not careful. We also don't like showering with it in there as well because it's wood. We're worried about it picking up moisture and then going mouldy and all that kind of stuff if it doesn't dry out properly. So we always end up taking it out when we have a shower, then putting it back in, and it's just a bit of a faff, to be honest. Now, Nigel Brown, who is also a fellow Sven Hedin owner, talked to a company called SurfDek, and SurfDek make really nice kind of it's like a foam material. They make nice foam platforms for boat decks. So if you've got a speedboat or something like that and you want to stand on the back of it where you're about to go off water skiing or something like that, they have this special material which is stuck onto the back of the boat, all custom designed and custom sized and everything. And it's specifically designed to be used obviously in seawater. It dries out super quickly. It's non-slip as well, so it keeps you safe when you're on the boat and stuff. And Nigel thought, you know what, that would be an ideal material for the shower tray. So what we've got here is one of those. So big kudos to Nigel for doing all of the legwork in terms of the measurements and everything else, because when I show you this, let's just get rid of this massive box. Hang on a second, get that out the door. Look at this. So this is custom size specifically for the Westfalia Sven Hedin campervan. Obviously there's two cutouts there. That's the drain holes which are in the base of our shower tray. Really nice bit of the windrose design imprinted on this as well that they can do there. And then on the back, it's a massive sticky pad. So all of that self-adhesive. I'm really pleased to see it doesn't say 3M VHB, which is the very high bond tape, which if you've ever used that, you'll know what a pig that is if you've ever got to take it off. It's not VHB, but it is 3M sticky on the back. And our job today is to install this in the shower tray. So bit of a plan of action for this, and Nigel's done his, so he's told me exactly how he did it, and he says his is okay and it's come out well. So what we've got to do, we've got to clean the shower tray first. So I've got to vacuum it. Then I'm going to use some rubbing alcohol, 99.9% alcohol, to clear anything off the shower tray. So get it completely clean. So no grease, no watermarks, no nothing in there, completely clean. What they've said with this is you have to score it. So just very lightly, so it's through this backing paper, just score the backing paper very lightly so you can do it in two parts, so you don't end up having to take the whole thing off and then kind of hovering around, and then you can do it in stages. And then you basically have to mask, use some masking tape to hold it in place, get it in place first before you peel anything off. Put some masking tape along an edge so that you're then able to start peeling the back off, start putting it down on one part and then do the other part, and it should be good to go. So first things first, need to start cleaning up that shower tray. So I can't say this is something that I thought I'd be doing at any point, putting a camera in the shower, but you know, everything for the channel. So we're going to use this Works vacuum just to clear up in here first of all. Right, I think we're there with that. Next we're going to be using some of this. It's got 99% IPA, and that's not the kind that you drink. Right, that's looking nice and clean. Nothing on there, all vacuumed, all cleaned up with the alcohol. Now I've got to put some kind of score in the back of this paper so we can start to see where it's going to go. But before we do any of that, let's just trial fit it and make sure it's going to fit properly. So look at that. So that, you can see we're going to have to get this lined up just right to get this to work. And it looks really quite decent, doesn't it? Look at that. What a beautiful addition this is going to be in here. Well, there's not really been any instructions as to kind of where to do this. So I'm just thinking, with it being in the shower tray like that, I can see me probably securing this along this edge here maybe. Would I do that, or would I do it? I'd probably do it there, wouldn't I? Because then I could take a piece off there, fold that in, and then do that piece after. So I think we probably need to put some kind of line down here. So I'm going to do it there. And I've literally just dragged the knife across that. And that is perfect. So I can see there, I've got through that, and all I did was just use the weight of the knife just across it. Brand new Stanley blade, just did that, and it's not touched the material underneath. Really important you don't chop it in half. So after changing my mind, I've now put another score there, because I think actually marking it along this back edge is going to be easier when I'm trying to lay it down. So if I mask it along here, that's going to be able to pivot up and down. So just mask this up on this edge here so it's nice and secure along there. Double check everything. Looking good, because now that's looking quite a lot better. So I think I'm going to go for it. So let's get this backing sheet off. Right, there's one piece. And then I need to get this other piece at the same time. Like that. And then I'm trying to make sure we don't end up with any weird bubbles or anything in it anywhere. I think that is looking pretty good. Now, bear in mind, we haven't done this one yet. So I need to just peel this, get that, and then make sure we get that in the right place. Take this off. And now, just make sure around all of the edges it's really nicely stuck down. could probably do with some kind of roller, to be honest, over this. But I can feel there are no bubbles anywhere in that. That is fantastic. Get rid of all of that. And now, oh yeah, that is a job well done. So let me give you a proper view then of what it's like. There you go. You can see obviously it's got the good cutouts for everything to drain, perfect fit, and it looks really smart in there, really does. It goes really nicely with the silver on the radiator and stuff in there. Nigel's done a fantastic job of picking the right shade of grey for it. Obviously matches all of these bits of trim and things in here as well. That is a super job. So I think you'll agree that looks pretty stunning in there. And if you have a look at the SurfDek website, we have bought this. This is not sponsored, it's our own money. If you look at the SurfDek website, you will see that they do custom bespoke stuff for vans as well as boats and everything else. But some of the van stuff they've done and some of the car stuff is incredible. They've done the same material but done it with some lines in, so it's a bit like boarding type material. They've done it so that people have put it in the roof of their vans when they're trying to make it look nice. They've done kind of panels for the inside of vans and stuff. It looks incredible. All bespoke, all custom if you want it. They can do your logos on it, all that kind of thing. It's just really, really nice. Cost-wise, this was probably a little bit cheaper than it should have been because Nigel worked with them to do the template and all that kind of stuff, and then they're basically selling a copy of what Nigel ordered when he helped them design it in the first place. So it's probably a little bit cheaper than one-off bespoke ones, but we paid £135 for this plus £15 postage and packing, so 150 quid. They do one which doesn't have the sticky on the back, but it's got rubber instead. So if you wanted one which was a temporary kind of put it in, take it out, all that kind of stuff, they do one which is rubber backed. It's slightly thicker and it costs quite a bit more. It's not quite double the price, but it's getting there. But you can have that as an option if you wanted it. We thought about it, but we thought, you know what, actually having it stuck down means that you're not going to get anything go underneath it, which is going to end up scratching your shower tray or anything, because it's fully sealed underneath it. We thought that would work for us. Yes, we're going to have to keep an eye on it around the sides to make sure it's kept clean and everything in there, but we would do that anyway, even with the old duckboard. And weight-wise, this is just like feather light. It really is super light. So basically, you pretty much saved the entire weight of the old duckboard, which I'll just put on the screen now because I haven't weighed it yet. I'll go and weigh it in a second. You'll see what the weight of our old duckboard was, and anyone will know if you can save a few kilos in your van, that's well worth having. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick install video and you've maybe found out about a different product that you've never seen before. I'd never heard of this before Nigel introduced it to us as Sven owners and showed us what he'd bought. We knew we had to have one because we really didn't care for the duckboard which it came with. It's just gone in and it's installed beautifully. So do check out SurfDek if you are interested in something like this for your van. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe and we'll see you again soon for some more Campervan Time.